Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to figure out how to lose fat and lose weight. So I've never done any nutrition course or any PT course or anything like that, but I did used to be really fat. And this is, I'll put it on the screen, it's not pretty. So, but this is how I figured out how to lose a lot of fat with basically no knowledge. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find out what your weight is. So you can either jump on some friends' scales and write it down, or you can get your own set of scales, which is what I'd definitely recommend. I personally use these ones off of Amazon. They're like 20 quid, and having your own scales is going to come in really handy further on down the line with your progress. So step number 2 is now you've got your weight and you want to find out what your maintenance calories are. So what maintenance calories is the number of calories that you need in one day to maintain the weight you are. So let's say you're 60 kilograms and you need 1500 calories a day to maintain that weight. So you'll eat 1500 calories and you'll stay the same. So you won't gain weight, but you won't lose weight. So now we need to figure out what your maintenance calories are. So in order to do that, we're going to head on over to Google.
Okay, once we're in Google, you want to go ahead and type in calorie calculator. Go ahead and click the first one that pops up. So it's going to come up with a little form. Obviously, you're going to fill this out to what your age is and your gender, etc. So I'm 27, male, obviously, 6'1", it's 185 centimeters, weighing in at the moment about 80 kilograms. So this next bit is important. You want to make sure that you click the BMR. And the reason why I do that is because if you was to click that you do exercise and all that, etc., then it's going to give you an inaccurate maintenance calorie reading, because it's going to just assume that that's how many calories you're burning on top of your maintenance, if that makes sense. Go ahead and click on calculate, and it's going to give you your maintenance calories. So there you can see mine is 1,826. So I could eat 1,826 calories every day and I wouldn't put any weight on, but I wouldn't lose any weight. I would just maintain what I am. That's why we call it maintenance calories. I would also recommend using another calorie calculator, just so you can make sure and get the best estimate for what your daily intake is going to be. So once again, just fill in the simple form. You can see here that this calorie calculator is telling me to eat 1,829, which is an extra 3 calories than the previous one. So now I know for sure that my maintenance calories is around that number. Okay, so you want to head on over to the App Store now and download an app called MyFitnessPal. This app is great because this is going to be the best tool for you to use to track what you're eating. So when you first sign into the app and create an account, it's going to ask you what your weight is. So here I've put my starting weight and my current weight and my goal weight all the same, 176 pounds, which is 80 kilos. And as you can see, it's come up with my maintenance calories of 1,825. I also think that's not bad, you know, with the protein and the carbohydrates and the macro split is what you call that. If you want to go ahead and change any of the macro split, like the carbohydrates or the protein, then that's easy to do. So we're going to move on to how to actually use this app to scan food that you are currently eating during the day. On your plan, all you want to do is click on add food, and then there's a little barcode symbol on the top right, and you want to go ahead and click on that. And it's going to access your camera. So here you can see I've got a loaf of Warburton's bread, and I'm going to have 4 slices and have a chicken sandwich. So I can scan this loaf of bread with the camera. Then what it will do is come up with how much one slice of bread is. There you can see it's 60 calories, and all I've got to do is click on number of servings and change that to 4. And then now it will tell me that 4 slices is going to be 240 calories. And you can do this and scan any food that's got a barcode on, basically. And then once you've added that to your plan, it's going to subtract off of your maintenance calories. Okay, now for the slightly trickier part that I will try to explain the easiest way I can. So 3,500 calories burnt equals 1 pound of fat. So you need to eat below your maintenance calories to lose fat, and we call that a calorie deficit. So I think a manageable deficit to go for is around 200 to 300 below your maintenance calories, and if you stick to that at least 6 days a week, within 2 weeks you could lose a pound of fat, and you will continue to do so, but eventually it will come to a halt and you will need to take your deficit even lower. But I think start with 200 to 300 at first, because you are going to get hungry if you go too low too quickly.
So with the meal plans and the meal preps and stuff, you're just going to have to experiment and find out what works best for you. There's a ton of information out there, like MyFitnessPal has some great meal plans and stuff. I know personally I'm not a fan of doing meal prep because I can't really cook, so if I take that to work and reheat it, it's not going to taste great. So I prefer to, when I'm at work, to just do a fast and then eat later on in the evening to get my calorie intake in. So the one thing I will say is I can't stress this enough, is to drink more water, because the more water you drink, the more your body's going to get rid of excess water weight. So that in itself is going to help you lose weight. It's going to help you fight the hunger cravings as well that you will get eventually. You're going to lose a ton of water weight in the first week, and it's going to be like, wow, this is working really quickly, but actually you're just losing water weight quick. And then you'll start the fat burning process when you stay consistent in a deficit. So yeah, it's not going to be easy, but nothing in life is, unfortunately. So I know this video is a very basic one, but I hope you took some value from it. If you did, then please like and subscribe. Peace.